All right, hello, and welcome to my first attempt at making a devlog for Rogue Command, which is the real-time roguelike strategy game that we're making. I'm just going to give you a quick update over what we've been working on recently, kind of the changes that went into the last big demo update, and then what we're working on currently. And gonna show you a little bit of that stuff that we're working on right now. I'm gonna try to make these a regular thing. I don't know the scheduling yet, but yeah, I hope it works out, and I hope we'll have fun here. Let's go. All right, so the main thing that we've been working on before the last big demo update was a huge update. We basically reworked the complete system for the enemy AI. It's not nearly done, but they can do things like construct their own buildings now, and they have way more interesting attack patterns because they come from multiple sides now. Also, they actually have to scout your base now. This is why those guys are driving around here. This is kind of a testing map here. This is very behind the scenes and very unready. Oh, this is a new guy here too. Yeah, so it's not done yet, but it's a lot more interesting and a lot more powerful, the AI system that we have now. And we also reworked the complete user interface, basically. So we have a new design for all the buttons, all the menus and everything. We're going to continue with that a little bit more, I think. For example, the options menu has barely changed, but we will overhaul that when we get to the point where we implement all the additional options that we want to do. Which, yeah, we want to have basically all the usual things. All right, so if you know the game, you're familiar with how everything is mostly controlled via these QWER buttons down here. And you can then also build the buildings like this. You can trigger the skills like this. And you've probably just heard my daughter in the background, who does not respect what I'm streaming here. Anyway, so the new thing that we're working on right now is something that you can see here. It's probably going to change a bit. And you might also, if you're familiar with the game, spot a new resource up here. These are research points. So what those are is kind of a system that will replace some of the buildings that we have, some of the cards that we have in the game, like right now, like the Materia Foundry or the Piercing Ammo Forge, which are basically, that's a bit loud maybe, I'm gonna turn it down a bit, which are basically buildings that allow you to upgrade stuff. And that didn't work completely for me, I think, because it was kind of a weird choice. If you got to a card, choosing a card, and then you had this thing that kind of benefited your whole army, or you could choose a new unit that kind of, I don't know, it didn't feel like it was on the right, like on the right layer, basically, in terms of gameplay. And I also felt like it would be cool if you had more stuff that you can kind of do within one level to give you a little push. And that is where this new research point system comes in. You will be able to kind of find... Shut up down there. You'll be able to find... like you already know the chests and pickups that you can find in the level. And there will be some new variations of those, or also some kind of things that you might have where you might have to free someone, or... Why is it? Sorry, I still feel like it's way too loud here. And so there will be things in the game, also in the reward layer that you are already familiar with, where you can get the hacks and upgrades and cards and all that stuff. There will now also be these research points that you can get. And you will also be able to find new research projects or research branches. We haven't completely settled on the name yet. But yeah, basically what that will allow you is to choose this little building here, and then spending one of the research, some of your research points, you'll be able to upgrade some things for units. So right now we just have for testing. You can see here it's very placeholder R2. It's just 2 of them just to test it out if it works. We have damage and more health, which are of course always useful. And the way that it works is you spend one of those points, and then it's a bit small here. Probably should make that bigger. There you can see the bar filling up here just when you build a unit. Just the other way around probably. And yeah, when the research is finished, then you will have like now all your units will do a little bit more damage. And you can see here that's why it's green, because now they do a bit more. If we upgrade again, they do even more. The way this will work is that every time you start a level, you will have to kind of re-research this, which I think is cool because that allows you to kind of kind of go for different tactics in different levels. Like if you go against an enemy that is like more of a DPS rush, or we have to, I don't know, we want to clear out some stuff really quickly, then you maybe can go for more damage, or if you need to be more tanky, then you go for more HP. Which of course, those are kind of like the most basic things. As everything in the game, probably we will try to hook into all kinds of gameplay systems that we have in here, and kind of make them as interesting as possible. As you can see now, I have 2 left, and the next iteration of more damage would be too expensive. So that's also important to notice that every time you research them, they get more expensive. So that means that you will be able to kind of do that, research them for the beginning. We'll have to see if it can stay like that, but you will be able to research a single one indefinitely, as long as you have enough research points, or you will be able to kind of go into a more broad direction and try to get the different bonuses. And yeah, again, depending on the level, depending on the enemy you're facing, you will try to go for different tactics there. Yeah. Basically, that's all I wanted to share with you for today. If this is finished, the next thing we're probably going to tackle is kind of, we're calling it a skill system, which is a bit unfortunate because, of course, we already have skills in form of the unit skills in the game. If you're familiar with roguelikes, if you're familiar with Slay the Spire, that kind of stuff, the equivalent to what we mean is potions. So basically there will be single-use items that you can buy in a shop or find on a map and stuff like that, that will kind of allow you to do pretty powerful things, but only one time. Yeah, and when the research system and this skill or potion system are done, then I think that is basically all the major gameplay systems done in the game. Of course, there's a lot of content missing. There's a lot of fine-tuning to be done, and we also want to have a really cool progression system between the runs, of course. And there's a lot of work on many different things, but I'm really looking forward to the point where kind of all the main structures, the main elements of the main gameplay loop are done and in the game, because I think that will, that will be a really great point from which on out it will also make more sense to kind of try to balance some stuff a bit more. And yeah, I'm not sure when this will hit the demo or if it will even hit the demo. We definitely want to try to make progress on the main game as quickly as possible before thinking about the demo. So we see about that, but yeah, might be that it will also hit the demo soon. Oh, his time ran up. All right. Yeah, that's it for now. Thanks for tuning in. If you have any questions, please feel free to join our Discord. I will try to always also do a Q&A segment when I do these live streams. Like I said, I'm going to try to do them regularly. Maybe I'm going to try to do them weekly. If it doesn't feel like too much work, I'm going to maybe bi-weekly, maybe once a month, something like that. We'll see. Depends on yeah, how it turns out and how the workload after doing the live stream feels as well. All right, that's it. Thanks so much for watching, and have a nice weekend.